Here I am, surrounded by the echoes of ancient Greece, where over 2 millennia ago, thinkers like Pythagoras explored fascinating mathematical relationships. Imagine his excitement when he discovered his now famous theorem. In a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. This wasn't just about getting the right answer. It was about understanding the why behind the relationship. As I share this with 7th grade students back home, I'm aware that truly understanding their mathematical thinking goes far beyond just seeing if they can apply the theorem correctly. That's where the power of the interview comes in. Welcome to this chapter on interviews. Just like the ancient Greeks sought deeper understanding of the relationships in a right triangle, as educators, we want to truly grasp how our students are making sense of mathematics. An interview in our context isn't a formal interrogation. Instead, think of it as a brief, informal conversation between a teacher and a student or a small group of students. It's an extension of classroom observations, but can also deepen and extend the knowledge teachers can gain about their students' thinking. The goal of the interview is to gain a glimpse into student thinking, uncover mathematical challenges, misconceptions, and understand students' solution strategies. Interviews provide insights about student thinking that can then inform planning and instruction. After carefully reflecting upon the content of the interview, the educator has the opportunity to adjust planning and instruction to address student needs more appropriately. In this module, you will learn to ask open-ended questions that encourage students to explain their thinking without suggesting a particular answer. Effective interviews do require planning. As educators, you must think through: who will you interview and why? Is this interview best accomplished one-on-one or in a small group? What learning need prompted this interview based on your previous observations? Then you'll start planning the questions themselves, and these questions should provide ample opportunity for students to explain their thinking. Examples of questions to ask are: how did you do that? Why did you do it that way? Or can you explain how you solved that? Create a comfortable environment, like a you and me spot, making it a set-apart space where it's not easy for other students to overhear. The use of the interview assumes that positive rapport between teacher and student has already been established. It is also critical that the teacher has previously set the expectation that student thinking is highly valued, and the teacher truly wants to understand what is making sense and what is not making sense for the student. Keep interviews brief, ideally 5 minutes or less. There are key considerations to keep in mind during the interview. Allow students time to process and respond without interruption. Avoid the need to fill a pause in the conversation with immediate follow-up questions. Give the student enough think time and wait time to process the question and prepare a response. Be patient and avoid the temptation to lead the student to the answer. This is a time for understanding student thinking and not for teaching. The book provides an interview tool that you can use to help plan for an interview, as well as provides a record of student responses. Use it to quickly record interview responses for a group of students. Exact student phrases can be very helpful later on. Use it to record student responses to the how and the why questions. We all know that digital tools keep evolving, with new tools emerging on a regular basis. By the time you watch this video, there may be new tools on the horizon, but at the current day, here are some digital tools that can support your use of interviews as a form of formative assessment. There are interactive whiteboard apps like Explain Everything, EduCreations, Show Me, and Doceri that can help capture and document interviews. Interviews provide the teacher with insight into student thinking, and then they help the teacher differentiate instruction, address misconceptions, and explore advanced understandings. Interviews provide valuable insights for planning and adjusting instruction to meet student needs. Overall, this chapter emphasizes that using interviews isn't just about identifying what students don't understand. It's also a chance to explore particularly unique or advanced responses, or even responses we simply don't understand ourselves. The goal is to gain insight about student thinking that will inform our planning and instruction, allowing us to adjust our planning and instruction to address needs more appropriately. So, just like understanding why the Pythagorean theorem works unlocks deeper mathematical understanding, mastering the art of educational interview will unlock invaluable insights into how your students are thinking mathematically. Let's dive in.